Good evening, everyone. I'd like to start this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the City Council, other distinguished guests, Senator Waters, thank you for joining us. Friends and family of Eric, Elizabeth Hagman, thank you for joining us. Paul and Karen Haas and your sons, Curtis and Sam, somewhere here, you guys. And Mickey and Roxanne and Ryan, thank you for joining us. I'd like to welcome and thank everyone for joining us tonight. I'm Mike Joyle, I'm Dover City Manager. And I'm pleased that we have this opportunity to come together to participate in a very proud and historic moment for the city of Dover. We're here tonight to come together to participate in the swearing-in ceremony for Dover's newest deputy chief, Mickey Druin, our new assistant fire chief, Paul Haas, and our community's 27th fire chief, Eric Hagman. Would you all now please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. More than 216 years ago in 1795, our city's historical records make mention of a meeting of the Dover Fire Society. A few years later, in 1802, the Yankee Fire Society was organized here in Dover to provide careful watch and a response to fires in the Dover community. In 1811, the first Dover Fire Engine Company was organized, and in 1824, the Cataract Fire Engine Company followed. And I believe that was the hand pumper that was up here in the station for several months. During the 1830s, several hook and ladder companies were formed and housed in various locations around the community. It was in 1899 that Central Station was opened and remains today. In 1967, the South End Fire Station was opened, and it was in, help me guys, when was this station?
2008.
Thank you. 2008, that our North End Fire Station, I had a question mark here, I was supposed to fill it in, I forgot. That our North End Fire Station, our new headquarters, the location of our ceremony this evening, was completed and first staffed. From its very beginnings, Dover's Fire and Rescue Service has been provided by men and women committed to serving their community and protecting the well-being of their neighbors. Included among those men and women are firefighters, officers, and chiefs who have helped to provide the vision and leadership which has allowed our fire and rescue department to become the professional and well-respected organization it is today. Recent past chiefs, including retired Chiefs David Bibber, Perry Plummer, and most recently Richard Driscoll, are certainly to be recognized for their contribution in this regard. The same is true of all the current and many retired members of all ranks who have come before, some of who have returned to join us this evening, and thank you for being here. Today, however, we are here to recognize and formally hand the reins over to the next leaders of our Fire and Rescue Department and welcome the vision and dedication that they will share with us in the coming years. As many of you know, the selection of our community's chief fire officers is a critical undertaking. Aside from them having the proven technical expertise in fire and EMS response, members of the department and the public must be assured that they possess the personal characteristics and qualities that will ensure their success in leading our fire and emergency medical services. The chief officers of our Fire and Rescue Department need to carry forward and further the reputation and traditions and expertise our community has come to expect from each and every one of the men and women who make up our Fire and Rescue Department. I have no doubt the men selected to assume these roles, who are here this evening to pledge their oath of office in front of us and with their families, will live up to the honor and the highest expectations we all place upon them. At this time, I'd like to ask Mickey and Roxanne and Ryan come forward, please. I'd also like to ask City Attorney Anthony Blankenstock to join us as we administer the oath of office. Before we do that, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Mickey. You probably have better stories than I do. Mickey began his fire career in Conway, New Hampshire as a volunteer firefighter. He served from 1993 to 1997. He received his degree in fire science in 1997 and also has an associate in civil technology from the Thompson School here at UNH. He was hired in Dover as a full-time firefighter in 1997, where he spent the past 18 and a half years progressing as a firefighter, a paramedic in 1999, an engineer in 2003, a lieutenant in 2012, and now has become our deputy fire chief. Mickey has been active in the local firefighter union and most recently president of the Officers Union 2909. He's been active in the city's healthcare committee and the joint loss management committee and received many training certifications. Mickey is also active in the local community, coaching his son's hockey and baseball teams for many years. Go Bruins. He has spent the past 9 years fundraising for the Children's Hospital at Dartmouth-Hitchcock by helping to organize a fire versus police hockey game that has raised over $1.4 million. I'm not sure what's the police fire record. All right, we'll skip it. He loves to spend time with his family and play and watch sports with his son. Mickey, I'd like you to take the oath of office with Anthony, please.
Could you please raise your right hand? I, Michael Druin of Somersworth, New Hampshire, do solemnly swear.
Repeat that whole stuff. I, Michael Druin of Somersworth, New Hampshire, do solemnly swear.
That I will bear faith and true allegiance.
Will bear faith and true allegiance.
To the United States of America and the state of New Hampshire.
To the United States of America and the state of New Hampshire.
And support the constitutions thereof.
And support the constitutions of thereof.
I do solemnly and sincerely swear and affirm.
I solemnly and
affirm that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties
that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties
incumbent on me as the Fire and Rescue Deputy Chief for the City of Dover,
incumbent of me as the Fire and Rescue Deputy Chief of the City of Dover,
according to the best of my abilities,
according to the best of my abilities,
agreeably to the rules and regulations
agreeable to the rules and regulations
of the Constitution and laws of the state of New Hampshire,
of the Constitution and laws of the state of New Hampshire,
and the charter and ordinances of the City of Dover.
and the charter and ordinances of the City of Dover.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
It's not fair when the city attorney has a cheat sheet. Paul Haas, Karen and Sam and Curtis, would you please join me up here? Having grown up in Exeter, Rhode Island, Paul went to Plymouth State College, graduating with a bachelor's degree in elementary education in 1992. After teaching first grade in Hampton Falls for 3 years, Paul decided that working with 6-year-olds was much too dangerous a profession and decided to become a firefighter. He joined the Hampton Fire Department in 1995 as a call firefighter until he received a phone call from then Assistant Fire Chief Plummer, asking if he would like to come to work for Dover Fire and Rescue. After being given directions to Central Station, Paul started his career on January 21st, 1998. Working alongside some of the most dedicated and talented members of the New Hampshire Fire Service, Paul served as a firefighter, public education officer, fire prevention officer, and training officer before being assigned as a lieutenant and then captain of B Shift, where he learned that if you surround yourself with extremely talented, intelligent, and motivated people, the group as a whole will excel and serve the department and community to the best of its ability. Paul has lived in Dover for the past 16 years with his wife Karen and sons Curtis, a sophomore at Phillips Exeter Academy, and Sam, an 8th grader at Dover Middle School. He is looking forward to continuing the great work of the leaders that came before him and being a part of the team that works alongside the talented firefighters and officers of Dover Fire and Rescue as they continue to serve the city of Dover as progressive leaders in the delivery of fire and EMS services to Dover citizens. Attorney Blankenship, would you administer the oath, please?
Could you please raise your right hand? I, Paul Haas of Dover, New Hampshire, do solemnly swear
I, Paul Haas of Dover, New Hampshire, do solemnly swear
that I will bear faith and true allegiance
that I will bear faith and true allegiance
to the United States of America and the state of New Hampshire,
to the United States of America and the state of New Hampshire,
and support the constitutions thereof.
and support the constitutions thereof.
I do solemnly and sincerely swear and affirm
I do solemnly and sincerely swear and affirm
that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties
that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties
incumbent on me as the Fire and Rescue Assistant Chief of Operations for the City of Dover,
incumbent on me as the Fire and Rescue Assistant Chief of Operations for the City of Dover,
according to the best of my abilities,
according to the best of my abilities,
agreeably to the rules and regulations
agreeably to the rules and regulations
of the Constitution and laws of the State of New Hampshire,
of the Constitution and laws of the State of New Hampshire,
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Dover.
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Dover.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
And finally this evening, Eric Hagman and Elizabeth, would you join us up front here? And also with us here this evening are Elizabeth's parents, who are joining us here in the front. Eric began his career with the City of Dover Fire and Rescue of May 1987. Between 1987 and April of 2012, when he left the organization, he served in every rank from firefighter through assistant chief and in most areas of responsibility, including managing the department's emergency medical services, the Training and Operations Bureau, and the Fire Prevention Bureau, before the merge with Inspection Services. Eric also has served both labor unions in the fire department, numerous committees, and while serving as deputy chief, joined Dover Main Street for community involvement, where he remains today as a contributing member. Eric also worked his way from associate's degree to bachelor's with completion of a master's degree in project management at Granite State University in 2013. Between 2012 and rejoining Dover Fire and Rescue recently, Eric served as an instructor at the Lakes Region Community College and the New Hampshire Fire Academy, and became employed with the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation, assisting with several online and field course deliveries behind the scenes. He credits all those opportunities over the years with developing a broader and more rounded perspective of the fire service. As I said, in attendance tonight is Eric's longtime wife, Liz, and her parents, Gail and Jim Stewart. Eric and Liz also have a 20-year-old son, Jacob, and 23-year-old daughter, who unfortunately could not be here tonight, and I'm quite sure are very proud and thankful for this opportunity. Eric considers this new opportunity to work alongside the great employees of Fire and Rescue in the City of Dover, again, as an incredible gift. Mr. City Attorney.
Please raise your right hand. I, Eric Hagman of Dover, New Hampshire, do solemnly swear
I, Eric Hagman of Dover, New Hampshire, do solemnly swear
that I will bear faith and true allegiance
that I will bear faith and true allegiance
to the United States of America and the state of New Hampshire,
to the United States of America and to the state of New Hampshire,
and support the constitutions thereof.
and support the constitutions thereof.
I do solemnly and sincerely swear and affirm
I do solemnly and sincerely swear and affirm
that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties
that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties
incumbent on me as the Fire and Rescue Chief and Emergency Management Director for the City of Dover,
incumbent on me as the Fire and Rescue Chief and Emergency Management Director for the City of Dover,
according to the best of my abilities,
according to the best of my abilities,
agreeably to the rules and regulations
agreeably to the rules and regulations
of the Constitution and laws of the State of New Hampshire,
of the Constitution and laws of the State of New Hampshire,
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Dover.
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Dover.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
With his proven qualifications, including his familiarity with the community and past and current commitment to maintaining high standards of professionalism and commitment for public service here in Dover, Eric has proven that he can and will successfully assume overall command and responsibility for the management of our Fire and Rescue Department today and for many years to come into the future. Again, congratulations, Eric, and if you'd like to make a few remarks.
Paul and Mickey, could I have you come up with me? So I'm just thankful that on the Chiefs test, I didn't have to recite 2 sentences from memory. So, on behalf of the 3 of us, good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming tonight and celebrating this important occasion as we take over the leadership role of this great organization in place of those who have done so before us. Serving Dover's citizens, visitors, fellow employees, and the outstanding team members that comprise fire rescue and inspection services, is a huge responsibility, which we will take seriously and responsibly. We'll strive to maintain that trust bestowed on us and to leave the organization in a better place when it is time to pass on our Chiefs bugles that are rich in history and on our uniforms. And lastly, all of you, feel free to visit at any time at any of our 3 stations. The doors are always open. Good night.
And that will conclude our formal ceremonies this evening. I invite everyone to stay and enjoy some refreshments that we have in the back and to socialize. Thank you all, and congratulations to our chief officers.